Welcome to hole number one of the 6th anniversary 9-hole cup. Starting off on the right-hand side with a quasar and an extra mile, 4 bars of top spin here into a headwind, and 2 bars of left spin. You might need as little as 1 or 2 or less, depending on a tailwind. So just keep that in mind here. And for all the shots in the video, these are all before the tournament wind goes live. So take everything with a little grain of salt and be prepared to make adjustments to your shots while you're playing the live tournament. But nonetheless, you take an extra mile and whatever ball you darn well choose. Get it down the right-hand side here. I mean, hey, try to hit perfect. I would recommend it. Now, second shot, playing with the sniper. And I'm going to give this one 10% mid adjustment, just about 2 clicks of top spin, 2 bars of right spin here, and I've got the top of that red ring just along the edge of the rough, the second cut of the rough, if you will. So otherwise, I had that ball guide actually running through the hole a couple of squares, and I mean, in tailwind, that's not typically the play. However, this one, you'll see it works just fine. So this is always the kind of thing where it looks great in practice, but we always need to just dial it in for those perfect shots when it really counts. But this should give you an absolute perfect look here. Comes in very, very nicely to get the tournament started. Hole number 2, this part 3 from the Santa Ventura course. I'm playing with a navigator and a long iron, such as the backbone. As you can see, I'm setting this one up on the edge of the fringe and the green. And 4 bars of backspin, approximately half a bar of left spin. I'm doing that to kind of counter the crosswind, the strong crosswind coming in from the left to the right. 25% max is the needed adjustment here. And I actually find with the long iron, the backbone, sometimes, a 1-to-1 pull can even work out pretty darn well. So keep that in mind. This one is a little bit short of that, but you're going to think the result is just what we're looking for. This tournament is just what I'm looking for, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys in the live stream. Check the channel, check the video, guys. Come on now, get in the hole. Hole number 3, this classic Gokasho Bay par 5 is a really, really good look to try to go for albatross here. I've got an extra mile and a katana ball. You might want to use a kingmaker or a titan or maybe just a quasar. It all depends on you. I played 4.5 top, 3 bars of left spin here, bouncing it over with a 10% max adjustment. Now, in headwind, this could be a little bit dicey. You may need to step up the ball, especially in those situations, and you might need a bit of overpower to make this shot work. But in this wind, this is the ideal wind for the drive. So goes over very, very nicely. You can see a little divot in the fairway here. It's kind of where I'm aiming. Get it down there somewhere kind of close. Second shot, looking at a long iron. The Goliath is a good choice, but with only 1 bar of top spin needed, you could pull this off with any long iron that has the reach for this shot. As you can see, we're working for the rough bump play here on the second shot. And, trying my best to get this one set up. I'm actually working with the top of the green ring at the top of the dark rough. And this one, it's a bit difficult when you're pulling on an incline like this, a little bit on the edge of the hill. 10% mid is the pull there that we're working with. And yeah, probably needed to just make this one a little bit more perfect, but good release. You're going to see this one. It's not going to miss by much. And darn well, we can get this one when it counts. Hole number 4, this part 3 from the Oasis, it's pretty tough, but I think playing with the katana here, 3 bars of left spin, about 1.5 backspin. With the long iron, I think the average play is going to be the rough bump, or at least the most popular play. You certainly can play from the little pad on the right with some curl, get this one onto the green. But if you're looking for a good chance to drop it, I really believe this is going to be the play for most players. I understand in some wind conditions, you'll definitely have to play this one a bit more conservatively, but I think, this is going to be the way to go. Again, pulling that adjustment on the incline. I missed this one just a bit outside. Whew. We'll get this one. We'll get it going. Hole number 5, let's get back to the booms here. Now, first of all, you don't need the Kingmaker. You could use a katana here. 4.5 top, 3 bars of right spin, and setting up on this little right side island or whatever it is, a peninsula or something like that. And I'm going to go, like I said, 4.5 top, 3 right, and about half a ball of right curl here. You can certainly play a little bit more, but I found this was a nice, repeatable, and easily executable drive for this shot. So click, clean little bounce here, rolling it down long, long, long. And the second shot, we're going to play this one with a short iron. Now, the thorn, as you know me, is basically always the one I use to play. 3.1 bars of backspin here with this headwind. You could use a bit more in tailwind, of course. And I am bouncing on the fringe. I found on this hole particularly, this is one of the more consistent ways to play it. So, like I said, 3.1 back, bouncing it on the fringe, 10% mid on the pull here should give us a very good look at it more often than not. I think this hole is actually going to be one of the pivotal holes for the people who end up with the banner because, you know, it's a long one. It's one of those par fours that a lot of people in the brackets won't necessarily sink. And if you can be the one to get this one to go, you're going to love it. Don't forget to check out the webpage, erelicgaming.com. That's where you're going to find all these free notes. All right, so hole number 6 here from, which is Meadow Castle. Guys, you can play this with pretty much anything. Extra mile and the biggest ball you can afford to get this one as close to the green as possible. Max overpower, max topspin, and a little bit of right spin. I've recommended here the extra mile and a Marlin. 10% max, 4.5 top, 2 bars of right spin. But you can see me playing it here with the basic ball. Gonna leave me a bit short with the beginner wood, but I think you get the idea here. This is one of these must drop holes. This is gonna be the Albie that everybody's gonna be dropping, that it's gonna be an absolutely need to be done type of shot. So I'm thinking this 6th anniversary tournament, lots of classic holes with great shots to drop. It's going to be a beautiful tournament, lots of highlights. I'm really looking forward to playing this one with each of you. Hole number 7, this is another long par 4, but I've played this one a ton. I think we can get this one to go. I like the extra mile and the Titan here. You could play it with a lower power ball, absolutely. Basically 1 bar of backspin, about 1.5 bars of right spin. And I'm bringing this one back to the +1 here. You see the tip of that, like the second bounce just before the shadow, that kind of third invisible ball guide there. Just set it up in a consistent way that you can get this ball to the end of this right-hand fairway without going over. This is the setup here in this wind with an EM6. So keep that in mind. If you've got a higher or lower level driver, the plus yard won't be exactly the same. But this one comes in nicely up near the end here. Doesn't need anything crazy and leaves us with a pretty interesting but doable second shot. Looking with a long iron here, and as you can see, we're going to go with 2.5 bars of backspin, and I'm actually going to play this shot with 10% max. So check it out. Excuse me, 3 bars of backspin. I don't know why I said 2.5, but 3 bars of backspin, 10% max, and you want to have that second bounce on the fringe. And you'll see I'm not actually perfectly at max, but it just plays that way. So top of the red ring, very close to the top of the rough. Second bounce on the fringe, and then get that ball guide just directly to the pin. 10% max on the ball. Clean little ring adjustment is what you need to do to get the consistency. And this is the other par 4 that's going to be the make or break for everything. If you can drop these 2 long par 4s and then drop a couple of the kind of like a little bit more approachable shots, woo, baby, we're going to be having a good tournament. Hole number 8, and we're back on Meadow Castle. As you can see, super straightforward, super approachable shot here. I've got the beginner long iron with the basic ball. I think we should start with a backbone, something we're comfortable with, and a cheap ball like a Marlin. And just going to go like 2 bars of backspin. I think 10% mid is going to be a perfect starting place for this shot. And, you know, anything can happen here. It'll be fun. There's going to be so many opportunities, a couple of hard shots. It's going to be a real cool tournament. Let's take a look and see if we can't get an Albie on number 9. Hole number 9, let's finish strong here on the Oasis. Extra mile and a navigator, setting it up on the left-hand side. A bar of top spin and approximately half a bar or even the full bar of right spin if you want to live a little dangerously here. I'd have half that red ring in the rough. Don't have your yellow ring quite so close to the rough unless you absolutely have to. And here I'm just hitting a clean, straightforward shot, 10% max adjustment. And we just want to get this one to bounce cleanly and just run it on down the left side here. Get it past the shadows of the palm tree, and that should leave you a nice, clean second shot with the sniper. I'm going to apply 2.5 bars of backspin here, and we're going to make the adjustment at 10% max. Guys, I'm looking forward to playing this tournament with you. I will be live streaming my pro rounds, and we'll be making free notes. So if that interests you, make sure you check out the channel, and go ahead and hit that remind button on the streams. And like I said earlier, erelicgaming.com, that's where I post all of those pro notes. And I've always got a general set of rookie notes for every tournament, 9 holes and the full tournament. So doing what I can. Hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget to drop a comment, hit the thumbs up on the video, and subscribe to the channel for more Golf Clash content. Get the good luck, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.